these now, and I think I'm going to start just experimenting with my video format. I had originally intended to just do BattleTech videos, but I am I have a lot of hobbies, and my interests are constantly changing. So today I'm going to show off a magic deck that I have put together and been playing. It's going to be a little bit, probably a little bit shorter video. Let's see what you guys think. So this is a standard 60 card magic deck. We're playing mono green and casual format, so anything goes as long as you're not being mean. So I think I've got this set up. Oh, it's shuffled, it looks like. Okay. That's alright. So here we go. This is the Golden Hind. 2 mana, 2/1 elk creature. And you can tap it to add a green to your mana pool. It's a really pretty card. I love a lot of green's card art, particularly the forests and such. The older I get, the more I absolutely love nature. And I started putting elk in this deck in particular. I love forest animals, but I recently came across this one creator named 33 Elk, and he's got a lot of really cool videos about Commander and Magic just as a game. He also streams and stuff too, and I think he's really cool and kind of cute, so I started putting elk in here to kind of pay tribute to him a little bit. But I also love deer, and I've been loving deer ever since Beastars, so we also have a lot of deer like around where I live, and it's just kind of like a good luck sign for me, so win-win. But yeah, so there's our first creature. Next I've got Alpine Grizzly. It's a 3-cost creature, 4/2 bear. No special effects, but a nice bit of flavor text. I always love some flavor text. But the art on this one I like a lot too. I like how soft and well, grizzly he looks. Very beast-like. The claws on that guy too, really cool. I love a lot of the art for these cards. I actually like Magic's original art style best, but like this kind of midway through where they had like the leaf background on a lot of cards and stuff. Particularly here too with the Golden Hind. It's like you can see it even down here. I love that. The leaf background. It's really cool. So I've always been a black mage, but the more I play green, the more I'm starting to think I might end up being a green mage in the end. But this one's a Terrain Elemental. It is a 2-cost for a 3/2 creature elemental. Nothing fancy, but a nice little leg up on the competition there for some power. And he just looks really pretty. He's like a tree dude. Nice little tree beard character there. these one by one. Nature's Rhythm. X and 2 green mana. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And it's got Harmonize, which lets you cast it for a second time from your graveyard for an increased cost. But you can tap creatures you control to reduce that cost by an amount of generic mana equal to their power. Then exile the spell. So it costs more green to recast it, but you can get as much colorless mana as you want to by tapping creatures for their power. But you gotta exile it the second time you play it, so it's pretty cool. I also really like the art for this. I just realized that was a wolf. Actually, I thought it was some sort of like snake kind of thing because I saw the rib cage before, and to me those look like eyes. But that's like, I think that's the moon, and that's a bird's nest. And there's a bird there. I think that the wolf is eating. But like, it's all kind of mixed together, and it's got like ferns and flowers and leaves. It's all a blend of nature. And this is from the recent Tarkir set, Dragons of Tarkir, I think. But it's like the Return to Tarkir. A lot of the second and third wave of the planes are really nice. I particularly like Tarkir for the art and the characters. Commune with Spirits. 1 cost sorcery. Pull the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So that's from Neon Kamigawa. But very clearly talking to the forest spirits there, communicating with them. Beautiful art. I don't know about any of you, but that's something that I actually do, so trying to speak to the spirits and be friendly to everything. And next you have the Sagu Pummeler, 4 cost, and again this is from the new Tarkir set. I love this thing. It's just a big ol' angry looking Sasquatch thing. But it's got reach, and it's a 4 cost for a 4/4, which is awesome. But even better than that, it's got a renew ability here where you can have it come back as a reach counter with 2 1/1 counters on a creature for a sorcery. But then you exile this card. So you can't regrow it from your graveyard, but if you want to, you can turn something else into a reach, a creature with reach and 2 1/1 counters. So it's awesome. And this particular symbol here with the fang, like the snake fang, is on a lot of my favorite cards. I don't know if that's from something. I figure that's probably like a tribal thing for one of the factions. But a lot of my favorite cards have this snake fang symbol, which is cool because I also like snakes a lot. So we've got a regrowth here. 2 cost sorcery. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. If you know anything about the game and the mechanics, you know that that's just straight up busted. It's awesome. It's also really pretty art here. He's just like revitalizing the earth and causing the tree roots to grow all out. A pretty magic symbol there. And I think this is actually a 25th anniversary card as well. So I don't know too much about the sets other than the planes themselves. But yeah. Blighted Woodland. Tap for 1 colorless mana or pay 4 and tap, then sacrifice this land to search your library for up to 2 basic land cards with 1 battlefield tapped and shuffle. So early on it's just a colorless land that comes in and you don't have to tap it straight away when it comes in. But then you can turn it into 2 more land later on. So it's pretty good in my opinion. It's not perfect, but like I like the way it functions. Personally, I really enjoy using I've got one in here. I forget what it's called, but I will point it out later when we come on to it. Evolving Wilds is really nice too. I recently started using that card after all these years again, and I love it. Beautiful basic forest here. I believe that's the original Ixalan. Yeah, pretty jungle forest with ruins and such. Caustic Caterpillar. I love these little things. They are just monstrous. So, 1 green for a 1/1 creature, but you can sacrifice to destroy target artifact or enchantment, and that is just devastating to anyone who plays an artifact deck. I frequently play a friend of mine who has a solid artifact deck where he mixes in Fallout cards too. He builds it around Paladin Dance and the Brotherhood, and then he'll give them like all the artifacts and stuff that he's got to make them more powerful, which is a really cool thing. Like, I love Fallout, but at the same time, it gets really annoying when you got all those pesky artifacts just crushing your creatures. So I have a play set of these in here, and they just blow up all of that stuff and clear it for me for a simple, effectively 3-cost destroy target artifact or enchantment. So I'm pretty sure this is the way this works. Is you can do this the second you play this thing. So it's a wonderful little creature. And I've had these basically since I started playing Magic. Because when I was a kid and I got my first deck, it was a Zendikar black-green deck. And ever since then, black has been my favorite color, and green has been right behind it. But nowadays, it's almost more flipped. Like, green is my favorite, and black is right behind it. My favorite creature is still black. Got another one there. Oh, and if any of you wondering, these lovely sleeves that I have on these, this is, it looks a little more turquoise than it does in reality. Like, this is actually like a nice pine green kind of color. But these are Dragon Shield Green Classic. And my opinion, the green, not green, but the Dragon Shield sleeves are the best sleeves you can ever buy. So, Season of Renewal, 3-cost mana, choose one or both, so you can just do everything on this if you want to. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and or return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. So, good retrieval cards there. Got another basic forest. This is, if you've ever watched the British show Top Gear, the original with Richard Hammond, Jeremy Clarkson, and James May, this looks like their Bolivia special when they had the drone shots where they got the rainforest over the top of the canopy. So I love the art for this, but it also reminds me a lot of that, so sentimental value on this one. But yeah, it's really pretty art as well. I just love the tangling vines and all the, you can just see the vine hanging down there and all the branches that reach over the edge of the cliff. It's beautiful. Green cards in general are beautiful. Return to Nature. I'm sure everybody knows this card that knows green. 2 cost, cost. Choose one. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile target card from a graveyard. And it's got this. I like this art in particular. It's symbolic of the axe head that was originally used either for war or to destroy trees themselves. That is now being returned to nature. What was taken from the earth will reclaim, which is true from everything in life. From the earth we came, and to the earth we shall return. Regardless of what you believe, that checks out. Alpine Grizzly again. So I've got two of those in there. That's the second one. Forest. Basic land. This one's got these cool little standing stones and these weird, heart-like vine trees. And that's from Strixhaven. That's the set with my favorite school of magic is Silver Quill. I actually got the Commander deck, and if I ever play Commander again, I'll be using that deck probably. So yeah, another pretty art. This one here is a sentimental card for me. So where I grew up, we had this park that we went to. It was a ginormous park, but they had these ferns, the leaves all across the ground just like that, and all this tall tree foliage with these massive oaks just everywhere. All over in the forest it had oaks, silver maples, pines, everything. It was just this beautiful, sprawling forest. It was called Beaver Park. It was an absolutely beautiful place to go. There's actually another place around here, not too far away, called the Palisades as well, which is another beautiful place to visit if you're ever in the neighborhood. But yeah, reminds me of my childhood right there. And then you got another forest here. This is not a basic forest, but I love bamboo. I'm not as big on a lot of the culture around what normally grows bamboo, but I think the plant itself is beautiful, and it shows up in Minecraft now, and I do like to play a lot of Minecraft. But it is a beautiful plant, and I love like these forests where it's just got this little brush like on the ground, and then you have the super tall bamboo branches coming up over the top. I think it's really pretty. So the earth is definitely beautiful. There's another forest here. I got one of these lovely old, like, knotted tree trunks with the tangling vines, like very Tolkien-esque illustration for trees and their branches and stuff. It's like a nice rich kind of brown, almost copper look for the wood as well. Very pretty. Another caterpillar. I have a playset of caterpillars. I've got 4 of them in there. Seek the Wilds. 2 green. Look up the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. And it's from Zendikar. And Zendikar is, if I had to pick a single set, it would be a tie between Zendikar and Innistrad. Specifically, this set of Zendikar and Innistrad Midnight Hunt. But I love this art. All of it is my opinion, and the people that I hang out with, that Zendikar has the best art in all of Magic. So, got another basic green forest here. Very pretty. Love all the flowers, and again with the very tangly sort of tree trunk and branches. Again, seemingly somewhat Tolkien-esque. I almost expected to see like a face on one of the tree trunks, like Treebeard or something. Got a unique land here, a fertile thicket. Enters the battlefield tapped. When fertile thicket enters the battlefield, you may look the top 5 cards of your library. If you do, reveal up to 1 basic land card from among them. Put that card on top of your library and the rest in the bottom in any order. And it's tap 1 to add 1 green to your mana pool. So, again, it's another way of getting more stuff out of your deck with your land. I had not really tried doing that much before, but now that I do, I'm glad that I do. Another caterpillar. Plummet. 2 green and destroy target creature with flying. Let nothing own the skies but the wind. I love that. Very Liwa quote. And if you catch that reference, you can be my friend. You can be my friend regardless. I'm always happy to have more friends. Seek the Wilds again. I think I've got 2 of these in here. And then I have another similar card, but it's a little different. Another basic forest. Beautiful stream just running through the middle of an old oak. It's just so pretty. I could just stare at these green lands forever. They're so pretty. Another return to nature. And we have a Gnarlwood Dryad. I love this card. I want to get more desperately. I'm planning on going to my local game store tonight, so I hope I can pick up a few more. But it is a 1 cost for 1/1 Death Touch with Delirium. It gets +2/+2 as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. So it's like this lovely, like, haunting dryad horror creature, where it's like you've got like a haunted forest, and the dryads are twisting into these creatures to defend their land, but also because the very land itself is being attacked by the outside influences. A forest. Got some bones there. And just this lovely little path over underneath these gangly trees. So, pretty. This card, if you play mono green, this card becomes insane. It's a 3 cost enchantment aura. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. Some armor is forged, some is forested. So it's really, really powerful if you have a solid green deck, which is what this is. So whenever I put this onto one of the creatures in here, it gets super powered. The Earth Crystal, 4 cost, mana, legendary artifact. Green spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. If 1 or more 1/1 counters will be put on a creature you control, twice that many 1/1 counters are put on that creature instead. And then it's got an ability where you can pay 6, tap it, and then distribute 2 1/1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures you control. So, and then obviously from that ability it immediately doubles itself. And yes, this is a Final Fantasy card. But I keep it in here because this is the newer art from the newer games, and I do like Final Fantasy, but I like the original Final Fantasy, like 1 and 2 on the Nintendo. So this new Final Fantasy stuff that these kids are running around with, it doesn't really hold much sway over me, so it's just a pretty artifact to me. And then we have Gaia's Gift. I get a lot of people spell it differently, but Lady Gaia, the Earth Mother, her Earth is beautiful, and we should do everything we can to protect it and each other. The 2-cost mana, put a 1/1 counter on creature you control that gains reach, trample, hexproof, and indestructible until end of turn. So basically just make something invincible for a turn. And give it a 1/1 counter. Which is awesome for a 2-cost. That's insane. And here is Blossom Prancer. 5 mana for a 4/4 with reach. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or enchantment card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. If you didn't put a card into your hand this way, you gain 4 life. Now, I refer to this card as Louis. If you watch Beastars, you know why. He's adorable, and I love him. And surprisingly, this is from the Neon Kamigawa set. It's a very, very nature-focused card for a set that was almost entirely based around technology. So we have another Plummet. We have Loam Dryad. 1 green, tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. And it's a 1/2. So, another mana generation there. And I love the more freaky portrayal of dryads. Like, dryads are supposed to be, these beautiful forest spirits that you're not supposed to mess with. But like at the same time, I love this illustration of it being like a haunted forest that just has these like haunted dryads that walk around in it and stuff. It's a very, I don't know how to say, like visceral image to me for some reason. And the fact that like they're still fighting to protect the forest is just, it's pretty, it's beautiful to me. I, of course, like a more macabre style for Magic cards anyways, because I'm traditionally a black Magic player. I play a lot of the swamps, forest, and I didn't realize this before, but looks like a resting soldier or wandering person there. And then you've got all these little, like, sprites, or, I think they might be, will-o-wisps. But yeah, that's from Eldraine, which is another awesome set, because I like classic fairy tales like Brothers Grimm and stuff as well. Vastwood Gorger, 6-cost, 5/6 worm, and that's it. Just a big worm. And I love the irony of having the giant creatures in my green decks being worms. The biggest thing in the deck is is an earthworm. Jumping Kavu. 4 cost. For 3/3 with backup 1, so you can put a 1/1 counter on target creature. If it's a nether creature, it gains the following ability to end of turn. This creature cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, and because that's on this card, it has it as well. So you can double up the ability, or make this just come in as a 4/4, which I usually just make this come in as a 4/4, because I need a 4/4 mana to creature value. But if I'm trying to do like a rush tactic, it's also helpful to have it put that ability onto 2 creatures and then have them immediately attack if I can. So Nature's Embrace. This is Crimson Vow, black and white art card with the lovely green border here for the effect. And it's a 3 cost enchantment aura. Enchant creature or land. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+2. As long as it is a land, it has tap, add 2 mana of any one color. So add +2/+2 to a creature or double a land. Another basic forest here. Strixhaven again. Beautiful art. I love the candles sitting on the tree there. Very pretty. And here we have Evolving Wilds. Now I have a playset of Evolving Wilds from Midnight Hunt in here. I think the art for this is one of the best for Evolving Wilds. And if you've never seen this before, basically you play it, and then it has an ability where you can tap it and then sacrifice it to search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. And you might think, well, why would I want to do that? Well, the reason why, even for us casual players, that you want to do that is because if you want to continue to move your deck, like I've got a lot of regeneration cards in the deck, especially for green. So if you want to keep moving stuff, you actually have to keep reshuffling the deck to keep stuff rolling through. Otherwise, you're not going to get like good separation for your draw value and stuff. So it's good to have these types of cards in your deck so that you can break it up and then keep it flowing nicely. Because card draw is not a thing in Magic as much as it is in games like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, I've just got a play set of those. And we got some more mana here. Basic Forest. This is another one from the Tarkir, but I love it. Very pretty. Almost reminds me of a scene from like Fox and the Hound or something. Here we go. This is my favorite duplication land. So, Myriad Landscape. It enters the battlefield tapped, which is, that is what it is. But you can tap it to add a basic mana, or pay 2, tap it, sacrifice it, and then search your library for 2 basic land cards that share a land type. Put them on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. It's slow, it's chunky, and I absolutely love it. It's my favorite land generation land. So I've only got the one in here because I wanted all my land to match the forest aesthetic, and that's the only one that I had that had forest like stuff on it. So Midnight Hunt Forest. So obviously we've got some bones in there. And looks like, actually I never noticed this, but it looks like there's like a rib cage against this branch down here too. And there's a wolf back there, and that might almost be a scarecrow as well. But yeah, very pretty. I love it. I love that it's got like the moss or the thick grass grass growing up the branches and stuff. Beautiful. Here we go. Siege Worm. 7 cost. And it's got a Convoke, which says your creatures can help cast the spell. For each creature you tap while casting it, pays for 1 mana. And then it's got Trample and 5/5. So, really big worm there. The art is really nice too. It's like a festival that's just being. It decided to have a snack, I guess. Or maybe he wasn't invited and he was a little upset by that. Gaia's Blessing. 2 cost. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. Draw a card. When Gaia's Blessing is put into your graveyard from your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library. So if you have 2 of these cards in your deck, you can basically infinitely rejuvenate your deck if you play it right, which is beautiful. It's the symbolism here is wonderful too. It almost looks like the Master Sword from the original Zelda games. So, and of course it's Dominaria, so can't go wrong with that. Roamer's Routine, 3 cost. Tarkir again. Search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield tab to shuffle, and harmonize again so you can recast it. But then exiles the second time. But yeah, I love the art. I love the symbolism and everything. Just a lot of these green cards really speak to me, and they're very beautiful. Another basic forest. Another Eldraine one. It's got these like pine kind of style trees and like giant brush or maybe like huge weeds. I'm not quite sure, but very pretty like trees and growth going on. The grass looks very healthy as well. Nothing quite like untamed nature. Got another Roamer's Routine. Dawn Treader Elk. 2 green for a 2/2 creature. Pay 1 green, sacrifice Dawn Treader Elk. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Beautiful creature. Art's really pretty too. We got another Vastwood Gorger. Got 2 of those in there. Colosseum Behemoth. 7 cost creature beast. 7/7 with trample. And then it's got a unique ability where it says when this creature enters, you can choose 1. Either destroy target artifact or enchantment, or draw a card. And that's from Final Fantasy, but again, I only played the old stuff, so I've never seen this thing before. So, to me, it's just a Deathclaw. Forest here from M21. Pretty art. I love the plateau in there. The way the branches like reach out towards each other. It's like a whole community of living creatures. Now, if you've ever played Secret of Mana, check this art out. It looks almost exactly like the cover art. It's even got the little flying creature in there. It's beautiful. It's from the Tarkir set again. I love it. We've got another Kavu. And last card, Sabertooth Mauler. 4 cost for a 3/3 cat creature. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Sabertooth Mauler and untap it. favorite to him is Shere Khan, because yes, Jungle Book, but more importantly to me, Tailspin. I absolutely love Shere Khan, and I love tigers. Cats in general, but especially big cats, and tigers are my favorite big cats. White tigers, regular orange tigers, just tigers. I love them. They're so pretty. So, yeah, basically, if stuff dies, he eats it and gets stronger, which is awesome because it doesn't specify, it just says if a creature died this turn, so it could be yours or your opponent's, he gets 1/1 and he untaps. So, if anything gets taken out, he gets stronger. It's awesome. But, yeah. Thank you very much for hanging out with me and letting me ramble about my green deck here. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see more like this, let me know. I'm probably going to try some different things. I was actually looking at maybe doing some Lego set ideas as well, because I love Legos, and I recently got some more Legos. I was thinking maybe I could do a ASMR video for those. So maybe I'll do that next. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Everybody, please take care of yourselves.